Hey everybody, High-Tech Hillbilly here. In this video, what I want to show you is how to go about greasing, lubricating your machine, your Camaster Stinger or other machine that they make. So if you look in this shot here, we have the carriage and it's moved not in the center, but it's moved way over here. That's so we can reach the bearing blocks easier on this side. You have 4 bearing blocks, okay? You have 2 over here and you have 2 over here. When we work on this side, we want to move the carriage way over there so we can get to these. So for now, we're going to work on these 2, and let me show you right here where it is. There's one of the bearing blocks. It's a black thing there. It's got some screws in the top. One of these screws, so this screw here holds the thing together. There's another screw like this on the other side. There's a screw right here. It's a set screw. Okay, it's a hex set screw. You're going to take this out and you're going to apply grease. Let me show you the nozzle that you're going to use to apply that grease with. So here we have a standard grease gun. It's black on black, so I don't know if you can see that real well. And I bought this kit off Amazon. It's a little parts kit for the grease gun. It's a separate kit. But what it has is it has this here, which you will need a flex set. I built this using this kit that I bought. Now you're going to stick this rubberized nozzle let me back up here. In order to work on the top block here, you have to move your Z-axis down. So make sure you don't have any bits in it. Make sure you don't have any bits in it. And then move your Z-axis down so that you can access this screw here. What we're going to do is we're going to remove this screw on the top of this block, and then we're going to remove the bottom screw on the second block. So first we're going to move the Z-axis down so we can get to this top screw. We're actually going to come in from this direction here and put it straight down onto the hole as hard as you can. Well, not as hard as you can, but you need to create a seal. And somebody else will pump in the grease unless you have a single-handed grease gun. And then you're going to put the set screw back. So remember to take the set screw out, apply your grease, put the set screw back in nice and tight, but don't over tighten it. And then, so there's set screws on the top and the bottom. You don't need to do the bottom, just the top. On this other one, the only way to do it is from the bottom. Okay, so we're going to take the Z-axis and we're going to move it all the way up so that you can access the bottom port, so you can remove that set screw and apply that grease using this. You're going to do the same on the other side, and you're going to keep applying grease until it starts seeping out the edges here. Alright, so let me try to zoom in here and show you all this. How's that going to be? Let me make it a little bit brighter for you. So you want grease to start seeping out. So where is it? There it is. You want it to seep out here. If it seeps out where the nozzle is, then you're just not holding the nozzle right. And once you get grease seeping out the edges, the seams, go ahead and replace it. Or go ahead and replace the set screw, okay? Once you've done these 2, before you move this carriage, there's a set screw on your X-axis. There's two set screws, one on each rail. So you got one on this top rail, one on the bottom rail. Right here, you have a set screw on this block. You need to pull that out and do the same thing. And then there's a bottom rail, another bearing housing Right there's another set screw. Pull that guy out, do the same thing, all right? Then once you do these 4 points, we'll do the other points later, but we need to finish these points because we're going to be switching nozzles later, okay? So do these 4, 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Then you're going to move your carriage all the way over there. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side with the other blocks, okay? So you're going to have 4 on this side and 4 on the other side. Once you're done with that, we have to grease the undercarriage here. This is the Y-axis, all right? See, this is the side of the machine here. This is your motor cover. And then right in there, there's a grease nipple. Now you can't fit a standard grease connector on that fitting. Ain't gonna work. There's not enough space. We tried it, there's just not enough space, all right? But this kit that we bought comes with this little tip. Come on, focus for me. There we go. See that little tip there? So on the grease nipple itself, there's a ball that sticks out. This little fitting here, come on, focus properly, will you? Sometimes you got to talk to the camera a little bit to get to do what you want. So right there's a little round spot on that tip where the grease comes out. You're going to put that right on the ball and push hard. You don't want to break the nipple or anything. But while you're pushing this hard, while you're pushing this thing down on the nipple hard, you're going to pump your grease. And when you see grease come out of the seams, then you know you're good. If grease is coming out of here, if grease is coming out where you put the nozzle in, then you're not doing it right. Alright, so we're running out of battery here. So you're going to do that 4 times. You're going to do it once here. You're going to grease that one once here. Once over here. Then you're going to switch over to the other side of the machine. And you're going to do the other side. Because you have a motor cover here. And a motor cover way over there. So remember, you got 4 of those nipples to do. Alright, I hope this was helpful to some of y'all. And if you liked it, hit like and maybe hit subscribe. Thank you. One last thing to remember, you need to use lithium grease. Do not use silicone grease. Do not use regular tractor grease, but you got to use lithium grease on these. Alright, y'all have a good one.